Welcome to another sketchbook spread video. Today's specific sketch is going to be featuring a Codiaeum Variegatum, one of my favorite little plants. I'm really loving how vibrant the colors are on the leaves. It's commonly known as a Croton, and in particular the Mrs. Iceton cultivar, which is known for the pink to reddish splotches as the leaves age. It's a fairly unpicky plant. It likes bright, indirect light, as most plants. The leaves can get sunburnt if it's in too much direct sun, but if it's got too little light, then you'll get more green than you will pinkish red on the leaves. It likes typical house temperatures, so 60 to 85-ish degrees is ideal. It likes to be watered fairly frequently, typically when the top 2-ish inches are dry. You'll want to fertilize it every 4 to 5 weeks during the growing season. But this has been a fun little plant, and I love the colors enough. I just thought it'd be a good addition to the sketchbook. So I always start out with my typical pencil sketch, using a root ring mechanical pencil, which requires, all the splotches and stuff outlined. These are very detailed leaves. It was a lot of fun to try to illustrate. So once I'm done with the drawing process, the sketching process, I come back with my my fountain pen, the fine point pen, and I'm using an ink from Birmingham Pen Company, and the color is Slag Gray. I picked this up a few months back, and I'm really enjoying the inks, including this one that I got from them. But it's a lovely ink. It dries really quickly and has very little bleed. Very quick drying. I've noticed no feathering on this particular paper. But once I'm done inking everything, and again you'll notice I left the ones uninked that I will be coloring in, then it's time to start the coloring process. And most of these I start with laying in the lighter colors first, which is this pale pinkish color, and then going back over it with the magenta to hit the darker spots. And then after I've got the pink laid in, I'll come back with the green. I start out with just a medium green first, just to get the basic blocking in, and then come back with the darker green and fine tune all the edges and refine the borders between the splotchy areas. I intentionally went further than needed with the pinkish areas, and then come back in and refine the edges with the green. Because it's darker, it lays down much easier than trying to go vice versa. fun process, and a lot of little details and fun little splotches and lines on these leaves and little veins. Then finally I come back with a bit of highlights on some of the leaves, hit some of the brighter spots of the green to give it just a little bit more depth. The coloring process is done. I always break out my alphabet lowercase letters. It's like school book letters. And I stamp in the name of the plant. And using the same pen I inked with, same ink, I just write out the common name for the plant. So again, this is a Mrs. Iceton, Croton in particular. And then I always fill in the basic care instructions. And then I go back with my white gel pen, as per usual, it's a jelly roll, and fill in some basic information about the plant. And that's it. It finishes out the spread. And I think this one turned out really well, and I wanted to keep this video short. But thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought, and feel free to like and subscribe and leave a comment if you want. But thanks again, and later.